As another session of the West Virginia legislature comes to a close, it certainly does not mean an end to AARP's state advocacy efforts for the year. AARP volunteers from across the state make up the nearly 30-member West Virginia Capital Advocacy Team, which maintains a year-round working relationship with state lawmakers and leaders. As AARP West Virginia State Director Gayleen Miller explains, these dedicated volunteers have established a powerful and effective voice for West Virginians 50 plus.
Here in West Virginia, we rely on our capital advocacy team. They're essential to our success because these are the constituents of the lawmakers. So they come from all over the state. They give their time willingly. They spend their knowledge and expertise on issues that mean something to them. And they know that this is going to affect not just them, but their families, their neighbors, their church, and their community.
Established nearly a decade ago, the West Virginia Capital Advocacy Team has evolved through the commitment of dedicated AARP volunteers.
When I began volunteering with AARP at the Capitol, it was almost like we would just plant seeds for the elected officials, for the legislators. And now it's like the legislators seek AARP out for advice and for their opinions on different issues.
We go to great lengths to make sure our volunteers have all the resources and tools they need to interact effectively with their lawmakers. So they're knowledgeable, and they come from a position where, this is what it means to me, this is what it means to our community, and this is what it means to our state. So they're able to effectively communicate that with their lawmaker, with their legislator. And again, it has a positive impact on our state as a whole.
Everybody, no matter which party they belong to, or whether they're liberal or conservative, or whether they're rural or urban, everybody I think has a positive idea of what AARP is and what it is attempting to do. If I have an impact, it's not because of any skills that I have or what I do, it's because they really and truly want to hear from ordinary people like me.
AARP West Virginia's visible volunteer presence at the state capitol certainly does not go unnoticed by lawmakers and leaders, both during the regular 60-day legislative session and at interim meetings throughout the year.
If you see people dressed in red jackets or red sweaters, you know it's the AARP coming down the hall to try and talk to you about some issue that is of concern to them. So they're not shy. They're bold, both in terms of willingness to speak up, in terms of their numbers that come into your office and on the floor to speak to you and lobby for or against certain pieces of legislation. Very effective, probably the most effective group that we see down here at the Capitol.
I believe the AARP does an excellent job in not only formulating issues for consideration by the legislature, but also in presenting those and advocating for the passage of legislation and issues that are important to seniors. As you know, they work very diligently to advance the issues that are important to our elderly population.
AARP has been an invaluable resource to legislators, especially on issues dealing with seniors, but other social type issues out there that we face each and every day as legislators, and now me as governor.
From the state capitol in Charleston, this is AARP West Virginia, working for you.